One, here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Boss Teacher Live. I'm excited to have you joining me. And this evening, as every other Monday evening, we're going to be talking about teacher entrepreneurship and how you can use your skills, your expertise, your talents, and everything that God has given to you, your gifts, in order to generate an additional stream of income. Hello, Alison. Thank you for coming. Thank you for letting me know. All right, absolutely fabulous. I'm happy you can hear. All right, so we're going to start out tonight by just talking about something that I have noticed of late. Just a quick 2 minutes and then we jump into the content, right? So just today, I am noticing a lot of comments from many teachers, especially in my area in Jamaica, just not wanting to go back to school. We are in the middle of a pandemic, and the announcement was made a few weeks ago that school would begin on October 5. And the Ministry of Education is literally just moving forward with that plan. The Jamaica Teachers Association is in agreement with that plan. And I know also that there are thousands of teachers in the US that have gone back to school, and just maybe about Thursday or Friday, I got the report from a teacher colleague of mine that teaches in the States, and she said to me that her colleagues, her coworkers are literally calling her and they're all bawling to each other on the phone because they are now moving from virtual learning to going back straight into the classroom to teach full-time as normal, and nobody is happy about it. Absolutely nobody is happy about it. And so there are just teachers all across the world who are just not pleased with the state of education right now. I know for a fact that there are so many teachers, like you guys inbox me all the time, about really being fearful of stepping into the classroom and not sure how you're going to handle it. The teachers at the early childhood level, like the little babies, the age group that I love, are petrified. The teachers at the EC level are petrified because they don't know how they're going to manage going back to school with some not even two, with some 0, 1, 2, and 3-year-olds in the middle of a pandemic. And it's just heartbreaking to see the responses of the teachers, and not just the teachers, but the kids themselves, who they don't know any better, and they're not going to be able to protect themselves. So literally my heart goes out to all of you who are in the classroom. And I know a lot of you are here simply because you are looking for an alternative, right? So I'm going to be sharing with you tonight an alternative. Because I know a lot of the opportunities that are out there for teachers, you might not necessarily be familiar with them. So I'm going to take tonight and I'm going to break down the alternative that I started out with when I jumped online fully in 2014, right? So outside of starting your own business, outside of working for another company online, because yes, that's an option too. There are legitimate companies online that you can work for, outside of creating online courses, which I definitely am able to assist you with. There are tons of other options. When I started out online, I started out as a freelancer. And if you don't know what a freelancer is basically somebody who has a specific set of skills, a specific set of expertise, and you are not employed to any particular individual. You are just going around pitching your services to different clients, right? In the hope that they will hire you for a particular project that is related to your set of expertise. And so when I went online in 2014, I started out online as a freelancer. And I found myself on multiple different platforms. Now, you might want to write this down. Grab a pen and grab a paper. There are multiple platforms online that you can use not use, but you can go on to establish yourself as a freelancer. So write this down, and then we're going to talk about what you can do on a freelance platform, right? So write this down. My absolute favorite platform when I was freelancing was peopleperhour.com. Let me say that again. peopleperhour.com. And it's spelled exactly how it sounds. peopleperhour.com. There are others such as freelancer.com. There is also upwork.com. Some of you might be familiar with fiverr.com. There is also a one that I recently learned of called sharedtalent.org. sharedtalent.org. And the reason I'm putting this one up is because this is an organization that is owned by a teacher. And sharedtalent.org, what she does is she connects, the organization rather, connects freelancers in various different areas to institutions across the United States who need help. So if say for example, you are a graphic designer and there's an institution, a learning institution in the US that is looking for a graphic designer to design flyers or whatever for the institution, you get connected with those institutions and you work for them, you get paid, and your work is out there into the world doing amazing things. So whatever skills or expertise you have, she connects you with the schools that are in need of those expertise. And you work with the organization and you do your work and you get paid for your expertise. So it's as simple as that. So sharedtalent.org, it's a fellow teacher that is doing amazing things in this space. So if you're looking to share your expertise just outside of your space, outside of your local school, outside of your local country, your area, wherever, then you can extend your talents there. So those are a few of the options that you can use to become a freelancer online and really earn while doing it. Now, what can you do as an online freelancer? That's generally the first question people ask me. Julia, I don't know, what can I do? So think about this. There are tons of entrepreneurs across the world, tons of small businesses across the world, and emphasis in across the world, right? Because we're not just talking about Jamaica. A lot of you know I am from Jamaica, but we're not just talking about Jamaica. We're not just talking about the US. We're not just talking about Bahamas, Barbados. I'm talking about across the world, because in my freelancing days, I had clients all over the world. I think the farthest I've ever gotten a client was from Australia. When I say farthest, I mean in terms of the distance between where I am in Jamaica to where my client was at the time. So yeah, there are tons of skills that you can execute online. So think of small businesses, medium-sized businesses, and just solo entrepreneurs just trying to build from the ground up, right? And just imagine that these businesses have random tasks that are directly related to their business, that they may not necessarily have an assistant that can do it for them, or they simply want to outsource that task. So that task can be related to absolutely anything. Anything. So take for example, let's say there's a blogger, an upcoming blogger in Nigeria, and I'm using that example because this is my client that I had at once. She's an upcoming blogger, she's in Nigeria, and she wants to start writing blog posts about natural hair, right? And she does not have enough knowledge about natural hair styles and natural hair treatment, natural hair care to write an entire blog. So what does this client do? This client finds a freelance platform like People Per Hour, Fiverr, or whatever other platforms are out there. And she places an advertisement on these freelance platforms saying that I want somebody to write blogs about natural hair for me. This is my price. This is what I'm willing to pay you per, let's say, per 1,000 words. Now, you as the freelancer you see that particular post show up in your freelance feed, and you look at it and you say, well, I think I can do that. So you go in and you literally just apply for the post. That's all you have to do. You literally just submit an application for this particular project, and based on what the requirements are that this client all the way from Nigeria is requesting, you craft your application or your pitch or your proposal in such a way that it's going to entice them to hire you. So this client from Nigeria reads your application, decides that they're going to hire you. And all they're simply doing is click a button to say, okay, Julia, you have been hired for this project. Once you see that coming into your notifications, you get to work, because the client has already paid money on the platform for you. All you need to do now is connect with that client and say, okay, this is what your ad recommend, what your requirements are that you placed in your ad. Is there anything else that anything specific that you like me to put in these blog posts? And you might be back and forth for a few hours, you never know, in order to really get specific about what she wants. And so once both of you have come to a decision that this is what the project needs to look like moving forward, then you simply get to work. You literally just need to get to work. And you get to work, you complete the assignment, you submit it to your client. And then, generally, there is a time frame. So the client will say, okay, I need this in 2 days, in 5 days, in a week. So you decide whether or not you can meet that deadline. I would not recommend that you apply for a job that the client says, okay, I'm going to require this in a day, and you know you can't do it in a day. Don't do it. If you know you cannot do it in a day, even though you're sure you can do the project, don't apply for it. Because it means that if you don't deliver in a day, you are going to get bad reviews, and bad reviews is going to let your profile fall way down below everybody else's. So in a case like that, you simply submit the project. When you are finished, your client approves it. And once your client clicks a button to say, okay, the project is approved, then the platform itself will automatically transfer whatever money was in limbo that the client had already paid into your account. And the transaction is done, complete. That's it. So it is as simple as that. So that's just one example. That's just writing blog posts. I remember creating landing pages for clients. I created a landing page for a client in the UK. He wanted somebody to design a landing page for him. And I had experience in landing page. I'm not a web designer, I'm not a graphic designer, but I was able to design a landing page for him, back and forth with the client for a few days, until he finally agreed on, yes, this is what I wanted. I submitted it. I noted that, hey, this project was submitted. The platform recognized that and then automatically transferred the money into my account. So the things that you can do online as a freelancer is not limited. It is only limited to what the client wants and what you are able to do. Now, be mindful. Hi, Lady Kimon. Hey. Be mindful that you don't have to be certified in any area to decide that you're going to take on these projects. You don't need to have a degree in any area to take on these projects. You literally don't need to. All you need is the confidence that you can do it and be able to write an application that is convincing enough that your client or potential clients will take you seriously and believe that you can do it. A good thing to have when you're submitting your application is proof. Because here's the thing, this is online, right? This is the online space. And even though you say you can do something, people don't know you. They might be meeting with you or hearing of you for the very first time. And so they don't know you. They don't know if you really can do what you say you can do. So a good thing to have is a portfolio. So for example, when I just started out as a freelancer, I pitched myself as a freelance writer. And one of the things that I did before all of that was I started to write blog posts. So when I applied for these writing jobs, I would indicate in my application that I'm a good writer because, and then I would put the link to all of my, the website that had my blog posts. And I say, I have been writing blogs on this particular blog at www.whatever.com. You can take a look at it and see if it is to your liking, if it is something that you would be interested in based on my past work. So my blog was literally my portfolio pitch. So anytime I applied for a writing project, I would include the fact that I've been writing on this blog for X amount of time and send the client to go have a look at them. So they will decide now whether or not, based on the articles that I've written, based on the blogs that they have read, whether or not I am worthy enough to write, to do this project for them. You understand what I'm saying? So having a portfolio is a good thing. So if you are pitching, let's say, a graphic design project, I have never done a graphic design class in all my life, ever. Never, 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 right? But there are, at the time, there are still so many platforms that you can do basic graphic design, even though you have zero expertise or zero credentials, right? So for example, when I would apply for a graphic design project, and I have gotten paid for graphic design projects, all I simply did was I went into Canva. Canva is my absolutely favorite tool online. I went into Canva, created a project for the client in Canva, and send it back to them and say, hey, here is your design piece. And I got paid for it, right? Am I a designer? No, no, no. But I have been paid to do graphic design work online. So you don't necessarily need any kind of credential or certification. You just need to have a basic idea of what you're doing. You need to be able to fulfill the requirements of what your client is looking for. And once you are confident that you can do it and do it within the timeline that your client requires, then go ahead and apply and shoot your best shot. All right? So, let me see if I'm missing anything. I made notes. I hope I'm not missing anything to share those with you. Any questions in the meantime about how you can start freelancing online? So even if you're not interested in starting a business, then this is an absolutely perfect way for you to kind of dip your big toe in, dip your big toe in and see how much you can accomplish, see how much you can earn, see how many clients you can book within a month, how many projects you can complete and get paid. Literally, just get paid. All right, any questions? Post your questions about freelancing in the comments. Yes, sounds good. I'm glad you like it, Lady Kimon. All right, let me check back on my notes to ensure that I haven't forgotten anything. Okay, here's one more thing. Pose your questions in the meantime as well. There are two things that you need to be mindful of. There are some platforms that will require that you apply for projects. And then there is the other platform, and Fiverr is the most popular one, where you are the person who goes online and decide what you are good at, and you create your services, or what they call gigs, based on what you are offering. And then the client comes and apply to work with you, basically. You understand? So there are two forms. One form is where the client has the project and you have to apply. And then the other form is where you apply based on the services that you are offering, and the client is essentially the one that applies to work with you. So Fiverr is usually the platform you go to whenever the client is coming to apply. So you go on Fiverr, you put up your gigs, and gigs, they have a whole tutorial on how you can create your gigs. Your gigs are basically those things that you're good at. So if I were going on Fiverr, and I do have an account on Fiverr, I don't use it anymore, but I'm there. I would probably put up a gig to say I am a blog post writer, a website designer, landing page designer, email marketing expert, and I would put up those services. So any client who is coming on Fiverr to look for somebody to create a website, WordPress website for them, or to create a landing page for them, or to set up their email marketing and so on, and they see my gigs, then they can click on it and decide from there if we are a good fit, and then they apply to work with me. I will accept the work, get to work, complete the project, and they get paid. Now, the other platforms like People Per Hour, Freelancer, what's the other one? It slipped my head. People Per Hour, Freelance, Upwork, right, Upwork. Then the client is the one who posts the project, and you, the individual, have to go and apply for the project that they have posted on those platforms. All right, are you absolutely crystal clear on all of that? Let me know. Let me know. Type in the comments and let me know, guys. My ice cream is melting. Marcine is asking me, what is my gig name? I honestly don't remember, Marcine. It's been a while. It's probably been years that I haven't logged on. I haven't been on Fiverr to do work in maybe the last 2 or 3 years. So I honestly don't remember. I'll have to go and log into my account to actually look at it to see. But if you go to, let me tell you, pph.me/JOB, you will find my people per hour account. That has not been touched in way more years than I can count. I think the last time I did a project on that platform may have been 2015. Yeah, probably 2015 was the last time. But you can go and check out my profile to see what's some of the things that can occur on this platform. So it's pph, the letter P, the letter P, the letter H, .me/JOB. And that's my profile on People Per Hour. That was my favorite platform. I just pulled it up. The last time I did a project was in 2015. And I have a 5.0 rating, which means that I am literally at the top of a lot of freelancers on that platform still. So if I wanted, I could go back and activate that and start working on that platform again, if I wanted to. So it's not something that dies, doesn't go anywhere. You can be on and off. And it's the flexibility. That's another thing, especially for teachers. It's very flexible. So you decide, okay, I want to just go out there, put myself out there for a few months. And if you change your mind, you can always stop. You're not tied down to a contract. You're not tied down to a business. You're not tied down to anything. It's literally freelancing. And freelancing, the meaning of the word freelance is that you're not tied down to anyone, to any project, to any company. As long as you have completed your client's work, you're good to move on to whatever else you want to do. So I have not been on this platform in over 5 years, but it's still there. All right, any questions about freelancing? Because as I said, we're keeping these sessions to 30 minutes. The past few weeks, we've been on for over an hour. I said, this is not gonna happen again. We're cutting them down to 30 minutes, just getting straight to the point. And so you have an idea of what are the options that are out there for you. All right, question. What is the other freelancing option you mentioned? All right, so let me go through them again. There is peopleperhour.com. There is freelancer.com. There is upwork.com. There is fiverr.com. And the one that the education one is sharedtalent.com. So I just told you 5. People per hour, freelancer, Fiverr, Upwork, shared talent. Oh, sharedtalent.org, my bad. Sharedtalent.org. All right? So those are the options there. Any other questions? Now remember, guys, that we're having the workshop this Saturday. While I wait on the questions to pop in, the teacher entrepreneurship workshop is this Saturday in the AM. We're going to be on Zoom for 3 hours. And on that 3-hour training, I am going to be helping you to build out a basic business. And when I say basic, I don't mean any baby thing or any pion-pion thing, as we say in Jamaica. Oh my goodness, pion-pion, I feel so old. But at the end of the 3 hours, you are going to have the framework for a business that you can start promoting and start selling your products and or your services. So on Saturday, for 3 hours, here's what we're going to do. The first thing we're going to do is identify your sellable skills, right? And your sellable skills are those expertise that you have, your skills, your talents that you didn't even realize that you can monetize, right? This session is going to last for roughly half an hour to 45 minutes. And I'm going to go through with you a set of questions that are going to help you to pull out those expertise that you have that you can use to build out your business. Now, once we've identified which skills you're going to use to start your business, we are going to now jump into what is the transformation that you are going to be providing for your potential clients, right? So the transformation is essentially how you are going to help your clients solve an urgent problem that they need you to fix. And that's what we're going to be delving into for the second portion of the workshop. In the third portion of the workshop, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can use that one expertise, one single one expertise to create 7 different sources of income from that one single expertise. And all you have to do is pick one. You can pick 2, 3, any amount you desire to pursue. But I'm going to share with you 7. Now, phase 4 is where I'm going to help you to identify how to price your products and your services, right? Because some of you have no idea, okay, I could offer this particular service, but I'm not sure how much to charge for it. I've heard that so many times. There are people who think they're charging too much, they think they're charging too little, they think they're charging the perfect price, but yet still they're not making any profit. So I'm going to help you to come up with the perfect price for the service that you're going to be offering. And then finally, before the workshop ends, I'm going to be sharing with you one of my #1 strategies that I use to find clients online. Like, where do I get my customers from? I'm going to share that absolute secret with you. So that's going to be this Saturday. We're going to be kicking it on Zoom for 5 hours, and it's going to be a live workshop. It's not something that I can record and share. People have been asking me, Julia, can I watch the replay? No, you cannot watch the replay because it's going to be a hands-on training, right? So if you're not there live, you've just missed it. That's all. You've missed it. Because when we're going to be digging deep into every individual's business, and I'm going to be helping you one-on-one to dive deep into exactly building out the business model that is right for you. So if you miss the training, it means that you're going to miss that one-on-one interaction that I'm going to be having. And if I help Alison to build out a business, that business might not be applicable to Tanisha. So if Tanisha missed the training, Tanisha cannot use Alison's example of how I helped Alison to build out her stuff. You know what I'm saying? So everything is going to be super hands-on. It's going to be super specific and directly related to you and your business alone, right? So that's why we're having it live, and that's why we cannot offer a replay. So if you miss Saturday, you miss it. You're just going to have to wait for the next one. And I can honestly say I don't know when the next one is going to be. So that's this Saturday, and we're starting early, by the way. We're starting at 7 o'clock. So this is the one Saturday you're not going to be able to sleep in late because you want to make this investment into your future to build out your business so that you can start earning some money. You understand? That is the ultimate, because I know y'all are dreading going back to school, you know. I would be if I were in your position. So I'm helping you to start building out that profitable income stream from starting this Saturday. All right? All right, so any other questions? Any other questions before we tap out? And while you're sharing your questions, also put in the comments, let me know what is your biggest takeaway from tonight's session. What is the #1 thing that you learned that you intend to implement moving forward? All right, let me know, let me know, let me know. What is your biggest takeaway? What is your biggest takeaway? All right, so let me pop into the question thread. Oh, okay, Sunny Lou. The next time I'm offering it, I'll take that into consideration. Sunny Lou is saying that They would prefer the training be offered on another day. I understand that Saturday might not be the most convenient day for everybody. So the next time we have this training, which is probably going to be next year, let me just say that it's not going to happen for the rest of this year. So after this Saturday, I'd have to look to plan it into 2021. So I'll bear that in mind, Sunny Lou. All right. Marcine is asking, how would a cosmetologist benefit from this training? All right. So is it that, let me ask you this though, Marcine, is it that you are thinking to extend your cosmetology services, or you're thinking about starting something completely new, right? Either way, I'm going to answer you, but I just want to see what perspective you're coming from. So let me know that in the comments. Let me say hi to a few people on IROM over here. In the meantime, Chanel, what's this? Class Act, Anne-Marie, Erica, Team Wes Walters. Hi, Wes. Yana, Stephanie, and a couple more people on Instagram. I tell IG all the time, you know, the awesomeness happens on YouTube. So you have to come over here. Marcine? All right, let me answer part A of Marcine's question. And then I wait for her response to tell me if she's planning to start something new as well. All right, so Marcine's question is, how would a cosmetologist benefit from the training this Saturday? Couple ways. All right, so if you're planning to continue to pursue your cosmetology skills, then step one would not be for you, right? Identify your sellable skills, because obviously you've already identified that. You already know that the service of cosmetology is what you are offering, and that is what you're going to use moving forward. So step one is not going to be for you. Now, step 2 to 5 would definitely be applicable. Let me explain to you why. Write your transformation statement. A lot of people offer services and they don't necessarily realize that there is a specific problem that your clients come to you to solve. And if you are the client that solves that specific problem the best possible way, then you can literally charge top dollar for your services. While everybody else is charging $1, you can charge 5 or even 10, right? So being able to identify your transformation statement, like what is the transformation that you're promising, that specific problem that your clients have that you, the cosmetologist, can solve, right? And then step 3, I'm pretty sure that as a cosmetologist, you might be thinking in your head that the only thing you can do is here, right? You can only comb here. And I can show you out of that, there are 6 other services that you can offer as a cosmetologist that are very simple. They're all around you. I'm pretty sure you are aware of them, but you did not realize how you can implement that in your particular business. And so that's what we're going to dive deep into. And then determining your value-based pricing. Like I said, some people might realize that they don't charge enough. They think they're charging too much where they're not getting any clients. Or you think you're charging enough, but you're still not making a profit, right? And for those of you who think, okay, you're charging too much and that's why you're repelling clients, that's not the reason you're repelling clients. You're repelling clients because your transformation statement is not correct. It is not speaking to your ideal client. And so I'm going to literally align everything so that your pricing aligns with the promise that you're giving to your clients, and that will back up the premium price that you are charging and get that guilt out of you from wanting to lower your prices. And then step 5 is where to find your ideal clients. And everything all goes back to the transformation. The transformation you promise determines where you find your clients. It also determines how much you can charge them. And based on that, you're literally just going in one direction with your business from start to finish. You're looking neither to the left, you're looking neither to the right, you're just moving forward using that simple system of making sure that your services aligns with the transformation, aligns with the products that you are offering, aligns with the price that you are charging them. And then based on that, you are easily able to identify your ideal clients for your programs and your offerings. I hope that answers your question, Marsheen. Hello, Value Added Project. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Any other questions? Greta is saying that I was on September 7. Greta, you can go and watch the replay, darling. All the replays for each of the sessions that we have on a Monday night are on the YouTube channel. So they're not deleted. Once this session ends, it takes just a few minutes for it to be rendered, and then you can go and watch the replay there. So any session that you missed, you can just go back to bossteacherlive.com, and that takes you straight to my YouTube channel, and you can watch any of the replays there. All right, so bossteacherlive.com takes you to YouTube, and you watch my videos, you watch the replays of these sessions. Thank you very much. I'm awesome. All right, any other questions before we clock out tonight? So let's do a quick wrap up of what we talked about. So we talked about how you can offer your services online as a freelancer. What are some of the things that you can do as a freelancer to get clients and projects from all over the world while still getting paid? And we shared some of the platforms that you can go on to start your freelance journey. And a few of those, let me just quickly list them again: freelancer.com, upwork.com, fiverr.com, peopleperhour.com, sharedtalent.org. Once you go on those platforms, you just follow the instructions, set up your profile, and you just go out there and apply for projects that you know you can do. You don't need a certification, a degree, or anything in, and projects that you know you can complete them in the timeline that the clients require. That's all there is, absolutely nothing more. You complete the projects, submit them to your client, the platform pays you your money, you smile all the way to the bank, and you move on to the next project. That's all there is to freelancing. All right? And then for those of you who are looking to start your own business, make sure that you send me a message, you email me, and my email is there. You can get access to the training that is going to be happening this Saturday from 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, aka Jamaica time, where I'm going to help you to build out the framework for your business. I'm going to help you identify your sellable skills, write your transformation statement, and from your transformation, how you can offer 7 different services from that one skill or expertise that you're going to start your business around, as well as help you determine your pricing and find the ideal clients for your business. So make sure you register for that. We're going live this Saturday. It's going to be a hands-on workshop. If you miss the workshop, there will not be any replay, because the replay is not going to be of any good to you. I'm going to be helping everybody one-on-one. As a matter of fact, just to let you know, we're not having more than 10 people in this session. Because if I'm going to help you one-on-one, I have to be able to have enough persons so I can give you of my best. All right? So see you this Saturday for the entrepreneurship workshop to birth your winning business. And I also want you to let me know when you get on those freelance platforms. Share with me when you get your first project so we can celebrate all of the winnings and the monies together. I mean, y'all don't have to send me any of your money, you know, just to let you know that you're doing amazing things online. All right, you're welcome, Greta. All right, have a good evening, Marcine. Have a good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me. And make sure next week you're early. We start at 7:30 CS Central Standard Time. Jamaica time, it's 8:30 Eastern Time. And also make sure you invite a few of your teacher colleagues to come and join us as well, because every week I'm just going to be dropping these bombs with you. Did you get any value from tonight's session? Let me know. Let me know. Did you get any value from tonight's session? Somebody's asking the cost for the workshop for Saturday. Saturday's workshop is $150 US. 150. And don't look at it as cost, by the way. Look at it as an investment. Because by the time you're done with that workshop, you are going to be able to start making money in your own business. And if you follow my instructions, if you do exactly what I tell you to do, that workshop will pay for itself in no time. And that is what I keep saying to individuals. When you're starting a business, whatever you're putting into your business, don't look at it as a cost. Look at it as an investment, because at the end of the day, when you implement and put in the strategies that I'm going to be sharing with you, you're going to get those clients, and those clients are going to be the ones paying for the workshop. You understand? Think of it that way. Your clients are going to be paying for the workshop. And I've seen that happen in my own business over and over and over again. The very first time I spent a few $1,000s on a program. This was Jamaican dollars, by the way. And I spent thousands of US dollars on programs as well. So the very first time I paid, I invested in a program. It was December. It was August. My first program was August. Jeez, I forgot about that one. The first program I invested was a personal branding workshop in August of 2018. I don't remember how much I paid for it. So let's just talk about the one in December. In December, I invested roughly 20,000 Jamaican dollars. That is equivalent to roughly like 100, and no, it would be equivalent to about 150 US dollars. Yeah, 150 US dollars into a training program that was to make me a professional speaker. Right? So 150 US dollars. It was an all-day workshop. That was December. In February, I got my first speaking engagement, and that program paid for itself. Like my very first speaking client paid for the workshop. So every other speaking gig that I've had since then has literally just been profit. You understand? So I invested that 150 US dollars into myself to learn how to become a professional speaker. And then I went on stage. My first speaking gig paid for the workshop. Everything else was profit. So when you're investing in yourself like this, don't look at it as a cost, right? Look at it as an investment, because when you start getting your clients, those clients are going to pay for the program. Literally, what they pay you should be able to cover whatever program or training you invest in. So look at it from that perspective. Got it? Y'all understand what I'm saying? So it's not really a cost, it's more of an investment. So on Saturday, so the investment, let me do that rephrasing. The investment for the training this Saturday is 150 US dollars. And you are going to be getting the entire blueprint of how to step away with a profitable business. So you're going to be getting, if you have no idea what you want your business to be, if you have no idea where to start, if you have no idea and you're scared of putting your big toe into the business world, I'm literally taking you from scratch. And when we leave on Saturday, you're going to have a business that you can confidently start promoting to the world. All right? All right, so who's ready for Saturday? Type in the comments and let me know who is ready for Saturday. Because we're going to be going all in. I'm leaving 0 stones unturned. Who is ready for Saturday? Yeah, Marcine, I know, it's true. It's true. If we stop looking at things, when you buy a shoes, that is a cost. When you buy earring, when you go to the salon and do hairstyle and buy lipstick, like, oh, I love lipsticks. I have one right by my desk. That is a cost. That is not an investment. This is not something that's you're going to be able to turn around and use it to make money for you. The hairstyle is not going to make money for you, right? The clothes that you wear is not going to make money for you. But when you invest something that you see, you know that if you implement the strategies, it's going to make more money for you, and that is an investment. That is definitely an investment. You don't need to be investing into the stock market for it to be an investment. You don't need to be buying into real estate. Whatever you invest to grow your income, that is an investment. And if you're making an investment to teach you to learn how to start a business, of course, the whole objective is to get clients so you can make more money. So consider that an investment. So whatever the investment is, then you find a way to find the money. Because look at it this way. If you don't start your business this week, right, you are going to be making the same amount of money you've always been making for as long as you've been thinking about this, right? You've been thinking about starting a business and you haven't done it. And you've just been there making the same amount of money all the time. So next year, this time, you're still going to be thinking about starting a business, and you would not have gotten one new client. You would not have had the confidence to raise your prices. You would not have been able to put yourself out there and market to your ideal client. You probably don't even know where your ideal client is because you don't know what you can offer to them. So compare that. You're making the same amount of money next year, this time, or you decide to invest in this week's class, and by Monday morning, you have your business up and running. And even if you start Monday morning and you make $0 Monday night, imagine going through the next year and seeing client after client after client, bringing in income after income after income. Compare that to doing nothing. What is the cost of that? And this is what I learned from one of my coaches. Let's do the math. Let me bring out the book and do the maths for y'all. I'm not good at math, guys. Let me use this one. Let's say you get one new client every month for the next 12 months. And that one new client brings you $500. And we're talking US dollars here, not Jamaica. Bring you $500. So one new client every month for the next year, that's $500 multiplied by 12 is equal to what? 6,000 US dollars. Right? So one new client every month for the next 12 months at $500 is 6,000 US dollars. So next year, this time, you would have been $6,000 richer. But here's the thing. You paid $150 for the program. So your profit is essentially 5,850. Right? That would be a profit. You decide that you're not going to spend the money to pay anybody to teach you how to build your business because that is too much for you. You can't afford it. Next year, this time, rather than having $5,850 more in your bank account, you're going to be making the same amount of money you've been making all this time. Nothing extra. Right? You get what I'm saying? So it's going to require, in order for you to grow, it's going to require some form of investment in you and or in your business. So again, let me just say, don't look at it as a cost, look at it as an investment because you're going to be making way more than that. I can guarantee it. Me personally, all the investments I've made in my business, in myself over the past 2 years have paid for themselves. The only one that has not paid for themselves is the one that I'm currently in right now. And I'm seeing the possibility of how it can pay for itself. You understand? So it's more of an investment and not a cost. All right? Any questions? Any other questions about this week's, this Saturday's workshop? Any questions about what we talked about tonight? And then we're going to clock out. See, we're on again for 1 hour. Listen, I can't believe it. I keep saying that we're going to be here for 30 minutes, and we never are. We literally never are here. You know what? I give up. I'm just going to say we're having a 1 hour Monday Night Live. I'm giving up. Because every time I shoot for 30 minutes, it never happens. We end up being on for an hour. Any more questions, guys? I'm at the last of my ice cream, and it's now very watery. Any more questions, guys? I love this cup. You see? Jesus, I love it. It's my favorite cup in the world. All right, no more questions? All right, let me just shout out to all the people who joined us tonight. Let's start with, let's start from the top. Let's see, who is here? Allison, Marcine, Sunny Lou. I'm checking the comments. Value Added Project. Greta was here. Shakira. Who else? And I see a lot more people online who haven't commented. We have Teacher Ricky on Instagram, Miss MS Tutoring, Marvia, Dion, Cams, Whitey, Language, what is this? Language with T, Cheryl, Stephanie, Patrina, Yana, T. Hey Wes, that's my friend right there, Erica, Anna, and Lady Kimon. Whole heap of people were online with us tonight. Thank you guys again for hanging out with me another Monday night. Remember, we meet next week, same time, same place, and share this with your teacher colleague. Make sure you drag a few of them on next week so that we can just expand this little community that we have here, and a lot more people can be edified and empowered with knowledge that can help you generate additional streams of income. All right, guys, so see you on Saturday. Make sure you email me to find out how you can make the investment and get access. And we're going to be working. Saturday is all about work. Listen, I'm going to be working, y'all. All right, see you Saturday, guys, and have a blessed week. Bye.